Portable Bluetooth keyboards are the perfect accessory for any road warrior or minimalist. These 6 keyboards feature low-profile, portable, and wireless designs to keep your work bag light and your desk clutter-free. The Anker Ultra Compact Bluetooth keyboard is the best choice for anyone on a budget. It's a solid, well-designed, rechargeable keyboard that offers a comfortable typing experience. There's nothing great or terrible about this keyboard. It does exactly what you need it to do and nothing more. The only thing I didn't like is the placement of the control and function keys. It's not standard across keyboards, but I prefer the control key to the left of the function key. When they're swapped, it's normally not an issue, but on this keyboard, the S key is also tied to the Bluetooth function. So every time I tried to hit Control S to save a document in Word, I'd disconnect my Bluetooth instead. It's a minor gripe, but something to consider if you also have strong feelings about your control and function keys. Control key aside, it's a reliable, functional keyboard that you can purchase for just $24 on Amazon. I wanted to love this tiny keyboard just for the fact that it features a built-in touchpad. But the iClever tri-folding wireless keyboard with touchpad was my least favorite keyboard that I tried. It's small and compact, and the touchpad's useful for Windows 10 and Android devices. But the tiny keys are spaced too closely together, and the keyboard never lays completely flat. Because of the design, the spacebar was unresponsive, and so were some of the keys that fell along the folding joints. The touchpad itself worked well, but I'd only recommend this if you need an extremely tiny keyboard to occasionally use with a tablet or smartphone. You can get the iClever tri-folding wireless keyboard with touchpad on Amazon for $60, which is a steep price for a novelty keyboard. The iClever tri-folding Bluetooth keyboard is a completely different story. It's larger than the iClever folding keyboard with touchpad, and it offers a more realistic typing experience. I used this keyboard all day comfortably, and I loved the soft travel of the chiclet keys. It's also backlit, which is one of my favorite features in any keyboard. You can choose between red, blue, and green, which I thought was an aesthetic choice, but iClever says each color works better in different low lighting scenarios. I often work in low lighting at the expense of my future eyesight and found the green lighting worked best for me. The backlighting isn't even, but that's hard to do on a regular keyboard, let alone a budget-friendly portable keyboard that also folds in 2 spots. The most surprising feature on this keyboard might be its price, because even with backlighting, it retails for just $37 on Amazon. Microsoft's Universal Mobile Keyboard is slightly smaller than the keyboard you might find on an average 13-inch notebook. The chiclet keys are slightly smaller than average and have a soft key travel. I have smaller hands and found it difficult to type with my normal accuracy, so I'd imagine it's even worse if you have larger hands. What I loved about this keyboard is the detachable cover that acts as a tablet or smartphone stand. It made it even easier to use my iPad Air 2 as a third display at my workstation, and I appreciated how easy it is to switch between 3 devices. The Universal Mobile Keyboard is $80 from Microsoft, which makes it difficult to recommend. At such a high price point, I think you can get more for your money in another keyboard. The Microsoft Universal Foldable Keyboard is the slimmest and most compact Bluetooth keyboard I tried. When it's folded up, it's thinner than the iClever keyboard with touchpad, making a great option if you want to travel light. The foldable design is unique, and it doesn't affect the user experience. The keyboard lays completely flat, and the layout is comfortable for all-day use. At first, I wasn't crazy about the split keyboard layout, but after a few hours of use, I barely noticed the design. The Universal Folding Keyboard is $100, making it one of the most expensive keyboards on this list. If you can afford the high price tag, this keyboard's a great choice if you need something extremely low profile and portable. Otherwise, I'd recommend looking at other, cheaper options. The Logitech K380 multi-device keyboard was my favorite portable Bluetooth keyboard. The circular keys gave it a unique design without affecting the user experience. I also found this keyboard performed best when rapidly switching between devices. I didn't experience any lag switching between 2 Windows 10 notebooks and an iPad Air 2. Every other keyboard I reviewed had a rechargeable battery, but the Logitech K380 multi-device keyboard requires AAA batteries. That doesn't bother me for a device that will live on my desk, but for travel and portability, I prefer a rechargeable keyboard. If you're cool with throwing some AAA batteries in your bag as backup, then I highly recommend this keyboard. It's also priced affordably at just $29 on Amazon.